everyone, so today I thought I would kind of do a different video and talk about the books that I read in January. So I just got my Kindle here, and I'm just going to go through some of the books that I read on here. Hold on. So the first book I read, obviously, it's pretty popular, and it's the whole Hunger Games series. So the first one is just The Hunger Games, and it's by Suzanne Collins, and they're actually making this book into a movie in March, but I'm sure you probably are all familiar with that. Hopefully they've been really popular books lately, and yeah, they're really good. And obviously I love the whole story plot. I love that it's like a romance, but it's kind of something more than that too. It's just, I don't know, it just made me feel really good reading it. So I definitely recommend all of those. The first one's called The Hunger Games, the second one's called Catching Fire, and the third one's called Mockingjay. And I honestly could have read like 5 more of that book series. I was really impressed with all those books, and I can't wait for the movie. Team PETA for sure. But no judging me on that, because I know some of you are Team Gale, but I love Josh Hutcherson. I just love all the people that are going to be in the movie too, so I'm really excited. The next book I read was the 10th Pretty Little Liars, and it's called Ruthless. And yeah, don't judge me or anything, because I'm going to get some Pretty Little Liar haters, but this is the 10th book I've read of those, and I'm still like on my toes reading them. I really like this series, and I'm really, after reading this one, I'm not even really sure what's going to happen next. I have no idea. I don't want to spoil it for anyone that hasn't read it, but I was just amazed with the end. Then the next one I read was called Crossed, and I have the first book here, like the actual book. This one's called Matched. Yeah, this one's called Matched, and it's the first in the series by Ali Condal. And I read this one like a couple months ago, and I read the second one called Match, and it was really good. I felt like it was kind of like the same story plot as like Twilight and Hunger Games. Like there's 2 boys and there's a girl, and she like has to decide between them and stuff, but I like that kind of story plot, so it didn't bother me that much. But some of you who are like diehard Twilight haters, like, I'm not sure if you'll appreciate this book, but it has some other kind of interesting qualities. Like, it's basically like a futuristic world where like the government controls everything, and they like decide who you marry and like what you eat, and when you die, like everyone dies at age 80. It's really weird. So it's kind of interesting in that sort of sense, and it's about kind of like a rebellion that this girl is she's going against the government because she is in love with someone, and yeah, I don't want to spoil it once again, so it's kind of hard to talk about these books, but definitely check out and read those books. They're kind of newer, so I'm not sure they're very like popular yet, but I'm definitely excited for the third book. And then like halfway, like at the beginning of January, I was still reading the second Lion Game book. I think it's called Never Have I Ever. I don't know, I don't have it on my Kindle, and I let a friend borrow it, but I think it's called Never Have I Ever. I just started reading that series, or I read the first one a long time ago, and I read the second one, and I'm waiting for the third, but I'm not really into that TV show. I don't know, I'm not as like religiously watching it as much, but I do appreciate the books. I do like to read books before I watch any movies or like read TV or watch TV shows or anything, so. And then one that I just recently finished is called The Emerald Talisman. I'll show you what the picture looks like. Like this one I'm sure like nobody's probably heard of right here. This one. See? And I was like broke, so I couldn't buy any more books on this Kindle. So I just got that one because it was in the free one, and I was like, oh, maybe it'll be good. Once again, I'm really impressed with this book, and I don't know, I just really loved it. It also has like the same kind of romance plot, and it has like some vampires in there, so if you don't like vampires, then you're not gonna like this book. But I know like vampires are kind of an overdone thing in books recently, like all the TV shows and movies out about vampires, but I still like the storyline. It's, once again, a book that people aren't very familiar with, but if you have a Kindle, it's free on here, so why not like try it and see if you like to read it. And yeah, I think that's all the books that I read this month, so that's a couple. I read a decent amount of books in a month. I had a lot of free time. So I think I'm going to start doing this series like for real every month, because I read a lot of books. Like, it's something that I enjoy doing, and I like to carry my Kindle all around. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about these books or want any more information about them, just comment below and tell me if you like me doing these kind of videos, because some of you like to read books, and yeah, it's kind of like a lost pastime. I feel like not a lot of kids our age like to read as much, because there's so many other things that you can do to fill your time, but I still appreciate a good book. So all of these books that I read I liked. There have been books, usually when like I start a book and I automatically don't really like it, I just kind of like give up on it. So there were some that I like started and didn't get too into, but these were the ones that I actually finished. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know, and I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.